Hopefully our Wi-Fi this time is a little better.
This is where you're consenting to be recorded. Okay, yes. Another pop-up came up on my screen.
I'm secretly recording you.
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Teresa. From
It's
afar.
It's weird to see you on a computer screen.
I know. It's too formal. I don't like it. Well, listeners, as you can maybe guess, we are remote today. So hopefully things go smoothly.
Okay.
Breaking news. This is a dumb thing to tell you about, but I had a very close call where I almost got a parking ticket in Burlingame. And I just wanted to tell you about it as a cautionary tale. So I think I put like an hour and a half in the meter and I was like, oh, I'm just meeting this like fellow mom for coffee. It's not going to go that long. But we ended up like ordering food. It was kind of like a super early lunch and we were just chatting. And so thankfully we were sitting upstairs, but right by the window where we could see our cars. And just in my like peripheral vision, I saw this blue figure by my parking meter, and I for some reason just glanced out and I was like, oh my God, it's a cop. And I was like, oh my God, that's my car. And I like dashed down the stairs and I was like, sorry, this is my car. And I think I was like 3 seconds away from him like having submitted it into his phone or device.
So was it a meter spot or did you just not pay?
It was a meter spot, yeah.
Did you pay?
And I paid, but I think it just like was like 2 minutes past. I just like had lost track of time and I was so scared.
That truly is a close call. You know how pissed I am with every parking ticket that I got in San Francisco. That is the one thing about the burbs that I really appreciate.
I know. And it's so funny though. I feel like maybe because it was Burlingame, which is a nice area, he was like very nice. Like he was like, okay, just make sure you put more money in next time. Like, I feel like if it was SF, they would have been like, sorry, too late, you know, and like pressed enter on their machine or whatever.
They would have ignored you and been like, fuck you.
Yeah, like, sorry, you're expired anyway. Like, I can still give you this ticket. So thank you to that stranger police.
One time this, what are they called? Meter maids gave me a ticket literally the same minute that it was expired.
Oh my gosh, that happened to me too because I ran out. This was in LA. I ran out literally like 2 minutes after it had expired to go put more money in and I had a ticket already.
Same.
How do they know?
So mad. I was like, this guy must have been just waiting here. They must have like technological advances in like nothing else in the government but the parking meter stuff.
I know. They have like these location devices that are, okay, go here in 1 minute. Okay, go here in 2 minutes.
This driver.
Parking tickets are just... I don't know what to say about them. Okay. I know it's your own fault, but at the same time, it's like so mean.
At the same time, I don't want to take responsibility for it. That's how I feel. Okay, I'm glad it was just a parking ticket. When you put close call, I was like, is this a show? Is this like a near-death situation? What is this?
Nothing that important.
Okay, on to guess how much. We were really lacking in this space. And I know. I had nothing interesting to share, but I went through my Amazon cart and I was like, what could Emily guess? So one of the things I've been looking at for a long time is a Vitamix stainless steel container because all we do is talk about microplastics. And because Vitamix, the motor is so strong, they can actually do like hot soups and things like that as well. And over time, the plastic definitely deteriorates. Yeah. So stainless steel is a great option, but guess how much the stainless steel container is? Like not even the bottom base part.
Wow, I didn't even know that was an option, but that's really cool. Okay, Vitamix, I'm going to guess $100.
No, also it's 48 ounces and not 64 ounces, which is like the standard.
Oh, I can't envision that.
That's not a helpful hint for you, but it's $200.
It's more.
It's more, yeah. I was like, okay, I guess that checks out because it's stainless.
So I guess the motor isn't worth that much.
And Vitamix like the base. Is a premium brand. But it's, I guess, the only option too. There are very few stainless steel blenders.
Did you order it?
No, it's in my cart because it's so expensive.
Maybe you can wait for like Black Friday because that's like within the month.
Yeah. I'm not a heavy Vitamix user anyway, so.
Mhm. Did you see if there are any like knockoff versions that are Vitamix compatible or something?
Oh, no, that's a great idea.
Because that's what I did when I forget if I talked about it on the pod, but my Dyson vacuum, the battery would die every like 10 minutes. And then I was like about to order one on the Dyson website, like a replacement battery.
Yeah.
But there are ones on Amazon that are way cheaper. And so far it's held up great. So maybe worth a search.
Quick search. Okay, I'll do
Mhm.
that. Good thing I put on the guess how much section.
I'm really bummed because I thought of something like right when I woke up as a guess how much, but I cannot remember. But one timely thing, which I don't remember if we talked about, is family photos. How did I tell you how much ours were?
Yeah.
Oh,
You got a mini shoot.
Yeah, a
right?
mini shoot.
Yeah, yours were like $250.
Yeah. It's like $275, but she gave like returning clients a $25 discount.
Nice.
But I can't tell if that's good or bad because I think market rate, it's pretty good. You get 5 photos that you get to pick. And then in my head, I'm like, that seems like still so much money for 20 minutes of time and 5 photos. And then there are people charging like $400 or $500 for the same thing.
Okay, now I have a new guess how much for you. But you already know,
Okay.
I think. The ones that we got in Hawaii, the 25-minute mini shoot.
I don't think I know how much you paid.
Okay, the true guess how much game then.
400?
No, it was $575, I think.
For how long?
For 25 minutes.
Oh, but you get like more photos, right?
You get like 15 to 20 photos. Not that there are more than 5 that are good anyway, but I was shocked because it's really different from just even a few years ago, or like maybe 5-6 years ago at this point for a mini shoot too.
Yeah. Maybe it's the Hawaii premium too, because they know you aren't from there. You don't have like a lot of options or know a lot of options.
I think they have to get beach permits too to actually shoot there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was only okay with that because I talked to a couple other friends that did it and they're like, oh yeah, that's what like we're getting charged too.
That's what's really missing from our close friend group is a photographer, because other people will be like, oh, I just have my friend who's a photographer do it. Or like they probably give them like a really good rate. And we don't have any of those.
No. And I don't want to be that person because I would suck at it. Like my friends would want a refund. But you're right. Our good friend actually just uses her friend. If my brother were here, I would utilize him.
Oh, yes. He still owes us a photo shoot.
He does. We're going to get that from him.
Jeffrey, if you're listening.
He's not.
Send him this little snippet.
I will. Okay. Pop culture.
Yes. This was yours. I put it on behalf of you. So hopefully you have something to say about it.
Oh. Is that why you put a question mark there?
Yeah.
I do. It is have you seen it? It's on Hulu right now. It is about a gay man that is an English teacher at a Austin, Texas high school, and he grapples with being in a red state, but also in a bluish city. And there's like just different sides of wokeness. Like obviously he's a gay man, and so he is more left-leaning, but then some of the kids go really hard, like far left, and he's like, oh, can we just bring it back a little bit? So it's a comedy in that sense. And I actually found out about it. Apparently our friend told us about it. I completely like that left my mind, went over my head. Yeah. So I started watching it because the main character, the teacher, started doing these TikTok dances. The really popular trend right now, which is like, I love your daughter. Well, what do you have to offer her? Nothing, only this. And then he does like a weird dance.
Oh, I haven't seen
that.
What I'm
talking about? Okay, well, so it's a very popular trend that guys are doing now. It's like it's like mostly male specific trend. But this one actor has been doing it every single day.
That's his TikTok every day?
He does other stuff too, but like the majority of it is that. And all the comments are like, all right, I feel like being conditioned. Now I have to go stream English Teacher on Hulu. And he's gotten a lot of people to watch the show because of this trend that he continues to do time and time again. Which is like the most weirdest, but like very effective marketing. Cause like,
yeah, is he like in his like character, I guess, or is he just being himself?
He's just being himself. I mean, there's not much you have to do to be in his character. He's just a teacher. Oh, but he started to like, this sounds like sexier than it really is. We started like, taking off his shirt and doing the dance. But it's really not sexual. It's like more funny than anything.
Okay, I have to go look it up now because I don't think I've seen that trend. Maybe you can send me a link later.
Okay, I definitely will. But I highly recommend it even without that trend. That is like what got me to watch, but I binged it because it's actually good.
Okay. Is it like anywhere close to Abbott Elementary since it's also like a school show or it's like completely different?
At first, I was going to recommend it to you because I thought it was like Abbott Elementary, but it is high school, so the humor is a little bit different. It's an FX show originally.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that means anything to you, but there's,
I think I can like put it in a category in my head.
Yeah, it's not like basic cable TV. There's some pieces that are a little bit cringy, corny, but overall, I think it's pretty funny.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm almost done with Inventing Anna. I'm on the last episode.
After that, I think you can give this one a shot, and then I'll send. If you don't give it a shot, I'll just send you all the TikToks, and then you'll be conditioned to watch it.
Okay. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this is relatively hot off the presses in terms of she just hard launched. Oh, Dorothy Wang from Rich Kids of Beverly Hills. She's engaged.
What? What?
And I feel like it's the first time she's ever even featured this guy, but she's engaged to him. So this whole time she's been keeping it private. He's very private because I clicked in. They did like a collaborated Instagram post with.
Is he also a billionaire? Sorry, I have so many questions. It's really
I don't know anything about him. I should have done some more research. I think his name is like Brandon Yankovic or something.
Okay,
Yankowitz. So I'm guessing he's Jewish. When you click into his Instagram, I believe it's private or there are no posts, and it just has a link to a law firm. So I'm guessing he has his own law firm. Or comes from a line of lawyers. I don't know which.
Interesting.
And he looks very tall. He has like long hair that he always wears in like a low bun or ponytail. So, that's not my style. But
is he cute? Is his face cute?
He looks like he has very nice skin. That's all I can say.
So no, he's not cute.
I don't want to put anything mean out there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm very happy for her because we got to see her romances not play out on Bling Empire and stuff like that. But I'm also just like really impressed at how secret she kept it.
Mm-hmm. I'm so happy for her. That is so shocking to me because it always felt like she was looking for love, but also really enjoying her time with friends and having a lot of money, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's interesting and I always wonder, like, what kind of person would she or could she really get along with? Because she is so rich and she has become more of a celebrity figure.
Yeah. And I feel like she has like a very distinct personality and distinct, preferences. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's just like, it was interesting to see like who she ended up with.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to do so much Googling later and share.
Okay, maybe you can do some more deep diving and then we can circle back.
Oh, I'm so happy for her. She does seem like somebody that's been like unlucky in love and that was broadcasted.
Yeah, I do really, really wish they would have kept Bling Empire going because I wanted to know more.
Maybe they can bring it back.
Maybe, or maybe she can. I don't think she wants her own show. She's like, I don't need it.
Yeah, she really doesn't.
Living my life. Okay, on the other side of the love spectrum, apparently Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz broke off their engagement.
I thought they were married. Womp womp.
I guess they had been together for a while and then they got engaged last year or earlier this year. And
everybody
then
talked about it. It felt like a fairy tale.
We talked about it because I was like, oh, that's such a cool pairing. I love them both. And now I guess it is no longer.
What happened?
I don't know. I I have no
Also
detail.
hot off the press. Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. You go do your own research, people.
I'm going to give you the headline. You've always been more connected to this couple than me. I think you told me when they were engaged, and I was like, what do they look like now? And even now I'm like, oh, they're broken off. Okay, moving on.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I guess we won't get to see what their babies look like. That's all.
Right. True. Everyone said they were going to have good-looking babies.
Yeah, who can dance really
How
well.
How old is Channing Tatum now anyway?
I have no idea. I feel like he must be in his 40s. And then I think she was 35.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What does that mean?
We're nearly 40. He must be late 40s.
I don't know. Mid to late 40s.
I'll do some more digging on my own too.
Okay. Okay, and then this next one, it's not really pop culture. I didn't know where to put it. Maybe I should have put it in random. But for those of you who are TikTok users, did you know that you can reset your FYP?
No.
Okay. So, I have been on TikTok way too much lately, but I felt like I wasn't liking my FYP. I'm like, it's constantly serving me the same videos of people giving tips of like how to do TikTok shop affiliate. And I'm like, I can't even do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I like Googled like why is my FYP so bad? Like, what can you do? And you can actually go into your settings and reset it.
That's
and
so
kind
cool.
of like reteach your FYP, like what content you like. The other interesting thing is they have this page where you can say what you're interested in, slide toggles of different categories. I was too lazy to do that, but I just reset my FYP. But what's kind of weird, if you ever do it, I'm curious to compare. It started serving me like, obviously like stuff that had already gone viral, right? Because they're like, oh, these things have proven themselves. But it was a lot of stuff in Spanish. And I'm like, does it think that I'm located somewhere that speaks Spanish? Or just was that a random aspect of it? And then a lot of stuff about like eating. So I felt like I was bucketed
like
somewhere.
Mukbangs or something?
Yeah.
They're definitely testing out different things with you. I think that is really cool. But then I remember thinking back to like when I first got TikTok and looking at my FYP, it was so random because it was really learning what your preferences were. But like the wide range of things out there on TikTok is pretty crazy. And I forget about that. Yeah. But that's a cool feature that you can like reset and like it can relearn or
but in a way, then it makes me feel nervous too. Like, what if it loses something that I really liked and now it's not going to show up in my feed? Or like now I'm very conscious about like, oh my gosh, I watched that whole thing through, but I'm not interested. But now the TikTok algorithm thinks I am.
That's what I felt about Instagram and I guess Facebook too. Like on Facebook, I had so many friends and yet it still continued to show me like the same friends. And this is like years ago, like 10, 15 years ago.
When people were still posting on Facebook.
Yeah, when people were still posting, when it was still like the popular social media. I remember thinking like it's only showing me like these top 50 or 100 people when we all had over 1,000 friends.
Yeah. I don't know if I had over 1,000 friends. I feel like I had like 600.
I think you definitely had over
Mrs.
1,000.
Popular.
No, I mean, we were in college and we definitely had over 1,000. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe when I go look now, it's like 200 because everybody cut me out.
Man, I remember when Facebook first changed it, or was it Instagram? They changed it so it wasn't like chronological anymore, the feed. And I really didn't like that. But now I get why, because you would just like never get through it. You would constantly be like a month behind or whatever.
Not anymore. No one posts on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, family wellness. Oh, Emily, give me a gummy bear update.
Oh, this actually isn't about making gummy bears, but I saw a term. So it's kind of the opposite of like those like super health conscious parents where it's like, oh, I only feed my kid organic. They don't have any snacks, any junk food. There's apparently this term, and I feel like I am definitely one of these people. And they're calling it a gummy bear parent, where you're kind of like, oh, a gummy bear here or there never hurt anyone, and you're okay feeding your kids. And I definitely judge myself when I do it, but I give my kids like a car snack every day just to get them to move. It's like motivation. And I also, we've given them Happy Meals. I just feel like no junk food is really that off limits in our household. So hail to the gummy bear parent.
Wait, so is the gummy bear parent somebody that like gives their kids junk food, or complete opposite of like a granola
I think
parent?
it's just like you're okay with a treat here or there.
Oh, isn't that good? Right?
I hope so. I don't know, because like
negative connotation.
Yeah, I just think like a lot of new parents are much more strict, and for good reason. Like we know so much more about like sugar's not that good for us, or like different ingredients are not that good for us. But at the same time, it's like it's just life, and I feel like it's so hard to be so black and white and completely eliminate all of those little things that like honestly it brings them joy, you know? So
and it's convenient too.
Yeah. And really, what is one gummy gonna do?
Okay, that's funny because there was this one, sorry to bring it to Real Housewives, but there's this one housewife of New York. She was like super, I don't even know what the term is, but she was all like, I eat super healthy, I'm all organic, all natural, whatever. And she'll say that she doesn't eat any junk food whatsoever, and she would judge others. But on vacation, because they had a cast trip, she started snacking on gummy bears, and people were like, hello, what are you doing? And she basically something along the same line. She's like, oh, it's just gummy bears. It doesn't count.
Really?
It was kind of like a different attitude, but it was also gummy bear.
Or maybe she like forgot she was being filmed and then like is just covering for herself.
Or I think it's just some people, they're like, oh, I'm lactose intolerant unless I really want that milkshake that day. Which I know is like not what you're saying. But I think a treat is okay. And I'm definitely way more strict than Steven is, because Steven himself just really wants a treat.
I remember you said like every day they walked home from school, he and Tyler would go get a treat.
Oh my God. I was livid all the time because it was like every single day they come back with like more and more snacks. It wasn't just one, it would be like 2 and then 3 and then like a bundle and then like a Costco pack.
I do think sometimes I use my kids to get stuff that I want to. Like we went to this Halloween thing last weekend, and it was at a church, and they had a Mr. Softy truck. Ooh. And like the girls literally forgot about it as soon as we walked inside, and they started playing the games and getting candy. And I was like, we got to go line up for ice cream. And really, I think it's because I wanted it.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be a treat for adults too.
I mean, really, the government should come in here and be like, these are the toxic ingredients that we should no longer mass produce. But we live in America. That isn't happening.
I wish they would. Like so many other countries have already done that, and they banned a lot of things that are just on the shelf here in the US. Like if a government is going to ban it somewhere, like it's not good. Why are we still eating it?
Yeah. They need to step it up.
Yeah.
But they're not going to.
No, okay, probably not.
That was a downer. But multivitamins.
Multivitamins. So another thing I saw this week was, and I've been buying my kids the Haya multivitamin for probably over a year now. Or Cassie started taking it, once she could chew a multivitamin. Mm-hmm. But Charlie's had it for longer. And I saw a pediatrician post on TikTok, 5 things I would or wouldn't do. I forget what it was. But basically they were like, I think it was like I wouldn't give my kid, and they were like gummy vitamins. I definitely would not. They said like, I don't know if this is true of all gummy vitamins, but they said they actually just spray vitamins on the gummy. So the dosage isn't even that accurate because it's a spray. And then essentially you're just giving them a gummy, which is sugar, and like it's not that beneficial.
Wait, that can't be right.
I don't know. That's what they said. And then they were like, most kids don't need a multivitamin anyway. And I was like, I have been wasting money for this long thinking that they need multivitamins to supplement, their nutrition. So I'm actually going to stop for a bit since I already give them all that other wellness crap.
You pay them expensive multivitamins too, right?
I know. The Haya vitamins are like, well, it's like $30 for a month's supply, but multiply that times 2. So yeah, I'm just going to run out the amount I have now and then see if after a few months I notice any difference. And if not, I'll have saved myself some money.
Multivitamins definitely feel like they fall into the category of guilting parents into doing something good for their kids, even though it's not necessary and there's no proven benefits.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're proven benefits or not, but it feels like for adults even, it's unless you're deficient, like really deficient in a specific area, you probably don't need a multivitamin either, or not quite sure if it absorbs into your system the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing that I feel like I only learned that like a couple years ago, how it says like 1,000% vitamin C or something on those things, because so much of it doesn't get absorbed when you take it in like a synthetic form. And so you're probably not getting like the efficacy isn't what's showing on the packaging.
Right. And like, who needs 1,000% anyway? That's clearly overkill. You only need 100%.
Yeah. This last one is just silly. But I went and got a laser facial yesterday. And oh my gosh, Teresa, I'm so annoyed because I was truly going to cancel.
Oh my God, you didn't cancel again.
But today, I just got it yesterday, right? Today, I already got the charge for the next month.
They're listening to this podcast. They know you're never going to quit.
No, I'm going to quit. Next time, I'm going to cancel it right after my appointment. Like I'm going to go to my car and then like cancel it.
Can't you cancel it now and you can still, because you already paid for the next month?
I should call and see. I just don't want them to like be mean when I'm there because I canceled, you know?
Oh, they probably don't even know.
That's true. I'm not sure. Anyway, I went yesterday and every time I go, I have a new nurse. I've never had the same nurse twice. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that really says about their operations, but I had this Korean guy nurse who was a little bit fobby, and I thought he was gay, but then he told me he had a wife and stuff. Okay. And he was asking me if I had boys or girls. And then I was like, oh, I have 2 girls. And he was like, oh, does your husband work in tech? And I was like, oh, no, he doesn't. He works in finance. Although I guess it's technically like tech industry finance or something. But he was like, oh, well, there's this new theory in Korea that men who sit in front of the computer for too long, something happens to their sperm and they tend to have more girls. And I was like, that's really interesting, because I actually have a lot of friends who have boys and I feel like their husbands are in tech or definitely sit in front of a computer. And I guess Victor does sit in front of a computer a lot. I was just thought it was really funny.
That is so. Was he from Korea?
Mm-hmm. He was from Korea, and then he said his wife is Chinese. And I was like, oh, you're like us, me and Victor.
Wait, I've never heard that before, and that's kind of funny. But it also makes me wonder what was the origin behind this story.
I know. I have no idea. I didn't go digging or anything, but maybe because I don't know, maybe there are like more girls being born in Korea or something, and they're attributing it to that. It
must be because the men are spending all this time working. If we want more males in our Korean population, they need to work less.
Yes, or they have to like walk around more or do like in-person stuff.
Oh no.
No more Zooms.
Okay, strange. But interesting. Let's move on to the random section. This is something I've put in here for a while. Packing in your late 30s and early 40s. So remember when we used to go on all these girl trips in our 20s? Mm-hmm. Maybe even like early 30s too, for all the bachelorettes. Like we would pack like our steamers for bachelorette parties. We would pack like boob tape. We would pack like strapless bras.
Curling irons.
Just like stuff that you don't know if you'll really use it, but if you're going on a girls trip, then somebody might get some use out of it. It doesn't even have to be a girls trip. But then I was thinking, like, what do I need now? I need Bengay. I need Icy Hot. I need Salonpas. Like, I learned to pack nail clippers more consistently now. Like, and this is just for myself, not even with my kids. But I really feel like this is like the 3rd trip, or most recently the 3rd trip I needed to go on, where I'm like, oh, I need to go buy some Bengay, like right now.
Wait, where are you going? Or where did you go?
Oh, I was in Hawaii. I think was I asking you? I was like, oh, I need to find some Salonpas. And you're like, what about Bengay?
Oh, yeah, I said Bengay.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was, but I needed it.
Yes. Actually, I haven't thought to pack that yet, but Salonpas is a good one, because especially traveling with your kids, like you're carrying them more or you're like doing more active stuff with them. I definitely felt my arms were so sore from carrying Cassie.
I don't know if it's going to help with that, but if you like hold her the wrong way, maybe.
But I definitely now do bring medicine, which I never used to do. Mostly kids medicine, but Advil for me and Victor. Lots of Band-Aids.
Oh,
what else?
That's a good one.
I travel with a thermometer because I'm paranoid.
That's actually pretty smart too. And it doesn't take up a lot of space either.
No, not too much space.
But anything for you specifically?
Not really. I travel so minimalist now because I'm just like, I need to save the space for the kids. Like, I went to that wedding in LA. I didn't even remember to bring a purse. So I just had my freaking Calpac fanny pack that I've used in Disneyland. It was so sad.
Well, at least you had something and it blended in.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't too bad.
Diaper bag, quote unquote. Okay, the last thing I'll share is, well, should I even get into this one?
Yeah.
Do you listen to podcasts that recaps things that you don't watch or intend to watch or read or listen to?
Not really.
I'm really into it. I don't know why. I started listening or like seeking out certain podcasts because they would recap or give their hot takes or their perspective on a show that I was watching. And then I just stopped watching the show and I just started listening to the recaps more and more. And I was like, this is all that I need. I got the highlights. I like the personalities and it doesn't drag on the way some shows do. And
is it like for reality shows or other types of shows?
For reality shows or for true crime stuff. And I wonder if there is anybody else out there like that too, where, because you typically listen to recaps because you watched the show, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It kind of sounds like it's like the modern day equivalent of like Spark Notes or Cliff Notes. You know, you're like, I don't want to watch the whole thing. Give me the summary.
But I know enough about the characters. Like I started watching the show.
You have to have a foundation, right? You can't just like listen and not know anything.
Right. Like the Spark Notes don't make sense if you don't know the main characters.
That's true.
Right?
And you can like almost like if they describe something, you can envision it because you know enough about like the premise of the show.
Yes. And I trust these people enough, the podcasters enough, where I'm like, oh, yes, if you think she was being a little biatch, then she probably was.
What is an example of a show? Tell our listeners in case they are reality show
Well, now I'm embarrassed, but I don't think it should come as a surprise. But I no longer watch Real Housewives of OC or Beverly Hills or the other ones are like Salt Lake City and Potomac. Like I just listen to the recaps and I get caught up to speed and I understand the memes on social media because of the recaps.
You just want to be in the know, but you don't want to spend the time.
I just want to be in on the inside joke, but not actually have to, I guess, watch all of the stuff.
Okay, well, that's a cool way to go about it. You save time.
Well, listeners, let me know if you're like this too. I cannot be the only one. It was nice chatting with you.
You too. Hopefully we see each other in person next week.
Yes, I'll see you this weekend.
All right, thanks for listening. Bye.